thoughts on your, I guess, second half of the season with the Stockton Heat?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously it was kind of a bit of an adjustment period after the trade. I'd never been traded before, and I come to California. It was great. The weather's obviously good, and I thought obviously it's disappointing not making playoffs, but I thought there was a lot of positives for our season as a team, and it was good. I really enjoyed it.
What about your growth over the course of your entire second pro season?
Yeah, I mean, last year coming in as a rookie in Utica, I thought I had a pretty good rookie year, and this year I just wanted to be better in all assets of my game, and I thought everything improved this year, numbers wise, me just growing, maturing as a player and a person. So it was a good year. Obviously would have liked to be in the playoffs, but now you got to use a little bit more time in the off season and take advantage of that.
Take us through what it was like fulfilling your dream, playing for your hometown team.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We've had season tickets, me and my family, for Flames games since I can remember, and getting out there in Calgary was a moment that I'm never gonna forget, and especially scoring the goal in the first game. Our season tickets were always right behind the bench, and I went by the bench to hit the guys in the glove, and I looked up. I saw my parents in those seats that I've watched so many games on, and it was pretty surreal.
What kind of experience? What kind of lessons did you learn while you were up there?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best league in the world for a reason. You learn that it's not easy to stay up there, and it's not easy to have success there. And if you want to make it and make a living there, there's just things that you got to do. Every decision you make on and off the ice has got to be guided towards having a good career there. And you watch some of the guys on that team, and you see how they carry themselves, and it's good for me to learn that. It's good for me to see that, and it was a great opportunity to finish the year there. And now it's up to me to have a good summer and try to stay there next year.
You were a guy who did have some success there with your first little stretch, but what was the key for you to have that success? Did you surprise yourself at all with it?
I think it was a few things. They gave me good opportunity. They put me in a position where I was allowed to play my game and be offensive and be skilled. And, to have that kind of opportunity, I was very grateful for that. And, just having the confidence in myself and as a player. There's been a lot of ups and downs in the first 2 years of my pro career. And, I think that once you get that chance, it's up to you to stay there. And, it's a small window when you get your chance to make a mark, and I've been dreaming of that for a long time. So I thought when it came, it's a good time for me to try to step in and show what I can do.
There's obviously going to be some changes for the Calgary Flames roster going forward. You're one of those guys that could potentially be on that bubble to try and go up to the big club and play there and stay there the entire year. Is that going to be a big motivating factor for you going forward through this offseason? Does it make this offseason even more critical than previous ones you've had?
Yeah, it does. When you get a taste of the hockey up there, playing in Calgary, it's unbelievable. And, I think getting that taste right before the summer, was great. It leaves a fire in my stomach that, everything I do when I wake up, even though it's summer, that's my job, and that's my goal, to make that team. That's the only thing I'm going to be thinking about all summer, and that's where I want to play. So, obviously there's a lot of great players I'm going to have to play against and try to battle out for spots, and, that's good. But at the end of the day, that's where I want to be, and it's up to me to do everything I can from here till camp now to make sure that happens.
Talk a little bit about how you remain consistent. You had a pretty crazy year, getting traded, going up to Calgary, living out a dream. How do you stay mentally focused for that?
Yeah, I think it's not getting too high on yourself and too high on everything that's happened. I mean, you go to Calgary, your hometown team, and you play and put on that jersey, and it could be easy to kind of get caught up in that stuff, but I'm lucky enough I still live with my parents, and if that ever kind of got to my head, my mom would be sure to smack me around. So I think it's just staying grounded, and at the end of the day, I mean, I had some success there, but I haven't done what I've dreamed about doing yet. So it's about every single day getting better, and when I was 10 years old, it wasn't just my dream to play 6 games. I want to have a career there, so I got to keep that in mind.
You didn't necessarily play with them during your time in Medhat, but obviously when Nick Schneider came by here at the end of the year, played the last stretch of games for you, and I thought gave you guys an opportunity to win in every game. Is it kind of exciting for you? I know you're a big Medhat fan still. Is it kind of exciting for you to know that the goaltending situation in Medhat next year is going to be in good hands?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw him in Penticton. He had a great Penticton camp, and I think he signed right after that. And I watched them this year, and they had a bit of a younger team, and I still played well. And as an 18-year-old, as a goalie coming up here, I didn't know how he would do. I mean, it's a different league up here than it is in junior, but he played really well. He's a mature kid. He handled everything really well, and that's a testament to him. Coming up at 18, I don't know if I would have done too well coming up at 18. So, it was pretty cool to see. Obviously I love my time in Medicine Hat. I love the city. I love that whole organization. So to see another kid here, sporting the mask while we're playing, that was pretty cool.
Any plans in the offseason other than, improving your game?
I don't think so. I'll be around Calgary training, and we have a cabin out in BC, so I go out there pretty much every weekend and just get away from everything, go with my buddies and have some fun. So, at the end of the day, it is summer. You got to enjoy yourself, but it's time to get better. So try to balance both and, relax, hang out with my family, and get away from it for this next 3 weeks, and then get back into it.
Have you stopped smiling since Calgary acquired you at all? Because it seems like you've been smiling the entire time.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. It's been a bit of a whirlwind for sure. The day of getting traded to Calgary was crazy, and then going up to Calgary, playing in Calgary, it's been pretty crazy. But there's been a lot of emotions. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, and I'm sure sometimes this summer it'll be pretty cool. But that's your childhood dream. So I'm just blessed that I get this opportunity, and it's up to me to make the most of it and make sure that I stay here for a long time.